misses. He gets into the end zone. Jackson hits.
Hangs in the air.
That's a nice move.
Another shot.
One enemy remaining.
For my people that don't get to see me, trying to remind you who you are, just like in Romans 3. See, we about to blow across the world just like a day that's breezy. This motivation for the people and this classic Bible teaching say, make this for my people that don't get to see me, trying to remind you who you are, just like in Romans 3. See, we about to blow across the world just like a day that's breezy. This motivation for the people and this classic Bible teaching, hey, 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 motivation.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins. This is always like never before.
Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique to spice up your closet with trendy, unique looks. We have fashionable and chic looks at very affordable prices. Velvet Boutique offers free shipping all year long on all orders. Shop online at www.melvetboutique.com. That's www.melvetboutique.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson, like really loves.
This is Carlos Brown, letting you know that we're on the move. You can now catch the Carlos Brown Show beginning this July on the Black College Sports Network each and every Saturday from 11 to 1 Eastern Time. That's 10 to 12 Central Time. Same time, new place. On Facebook at the Carlos Brown Show and Black College Sports Network. Online at www.mybcsn.net and on the BCSN app available on Google Play and the Apple App Store.
Let's get back to getting ticks instead of watching flicks. Before we can safely get out there, we need the facts on COVID-19 vaccines. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision for yourself and for your crew.
Now, you can live in Texas and not have a good red meat blend. Texas Cowboy Dust is designed for steak and other red meats. It's out to be my most popular spice blend, made with onions, peppers, ground mushrooms, pink salt, and other spices. Texas Cowboy Dust also goes great with chicken, pork, vegetables, and adds a restaurant quality sheen to gravies and sauces.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down.
Vanilla smoked sea salt seasoning is for seafood. The tarragon and fennel bring out the natural sweetness in seafood. I also use it in rice dishes, on yams, asparagus, blueberry pancakes, and believe it or not, chocolate chip cookies. Vanilla smoked sea salt adds a salty and savory component to sweet dishes that create a symphony for the tongue.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
want him.
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
It's been difficult because I hadn't been able to see my grandchildren.
An expression on someone's face when you do something nice for them.
I miss all my friends in school.
Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision about COVID-19 vaccine.
This is Brian Fulford. A.D. Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
Oh, that spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat. Ooh, yeah, that's nice.
Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on?
Sure, it's wireless. Pick something we all like.
Okay, hold on.
What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password? Buick Envision 2021.
Oh, you should pick something stronger. That's really predictable.
That's a really tight spot. Don't worry, I used to hate parallel parking.
Me too.
Hey.
Really outdid yourself.
Yes, we did.
The all-new Buick Envision, an SUV built around you, all of you.
From novice to aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service. Slow Burn is Waco's only mobile cigar lounge, featuring a meticulous, curated collection of premium cigars. Visit our website, www.slowburnwaco.com. That's www.slowburnwaco.com.
Some carriers will give you just one measly entertainment subscription. One is no fun. With Verizon, there's up to 7 entertainment subscriptions with your unlimited plan. That's 7 times the... 7 times the... No. 7 times the... Music, gaming, Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, and more. That's 7 times the entertainment! Because everyone deserves better.
And with plans starting at just $35, better costs less than you think.
Good day, good people. Once again, you've got the grumpy old nerds in your ear. As always, it is I, your Uncle John, your elder who knows way too much about movies, TV, and comic books, and is a little bit dirty. Along with my co-host today, wait a minute. Yeah, my co-host today, Uncle Rod, the five-borough Ronin. What's good, sir?
What's good? What's good, good people? How y'all doing? And I'm just, and I'm apparently I'm the bar of soap for this show.
Because Uncle John stays in the gutter. Uncle John stays in the gutter. I am the dirty old, grumpy old nerd. Yeah, that's repetitive, but who gives a damn? Also, we are joined by super producer Mel. Let's see if she's going to say hello to us today. Hi, Mel. Okay, well,
Nah.
thank you, Mel, for that. You know what? And one day we're going to get Mel on camera just because I'm ornery and grumpy.
Yeah, let's
Wishing
do it.
all the best. Yeah, wishing all the best to Uncle Percy, who's a little under the weather. Wishing all the best to Auntie Nicole, who is recovering from surgery. You all remain in our thoughts and prayers, and hopefully you'll be back and grumpier
Get better,
upon your
y'all. Get
return.
better.
Absolutely. And Uncle DJ, the Redbone Assassin, should be joining us shortly. So he actually called us earlier on time and said that he
To
would be
let us
joining
know.
us. Yes, and he said he would be in to let us know that he would be joining us today. And I hate to begin the show without the Redbone Assassin because I know he was a fan, but I would be remiss if I did not discuss the passing of Raquel Welch. You know, one of the mishaps of being a grumpy old nerd is that the people who you saw when you were a kid are much older than
Right.
the grumpy old nerds, and they're starting to pass away. Raquel Welch was a sex pot from the 60s, 70s, going into the 80s. Raquel Welch, whose whose government name was Joe Raquel Tejada. Did you know she was Hispanic, Rod?
I did not.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is a surprise.
yeah, yeah. She changed her name because, well, Hollywood.
Because
And
racism.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I mean, when you think about it, it's a shame that so many people have to hide their who they are. I didn't realize that Martin Sheen was Hispanic as well,
Oh yeah.
or Charlie Sheen, and Emilio
Estevez is their
Estevez
real
said,
name. That's
"Yeah,
their real
Emilio
name.
Estevez said, fuck all that. I'm going to represent for La Raza." So I don't even know if I said that correctly, but anyway, back to Raquel Welch. She was one of Hollywood's sex icons. That probably didn't come out right. Let me rephrase that. One of Hollywood's icons who
Who happen to
parlayed
be a sex
her.
symbol.
Thank you. Who parlayed her sexiness into fame. She
Right.
was actually an accomplished actress as well. Um, I will always remember her as one of the women who fell for for Walter Matthau's character in Grumpier Old Men, I believe the name of that film was. And I thought it was hilarious that even then she exuded grace, femininity, and attractiveness to my young ass, seeing as how she was like 30 or 40 years older than me.
Indeed. Indeed.
Right. So, I mean, oh, another one of her roles that I loved, Mother Jugs and Speed. You remember that, Ryan?
I do remember that. Bill Cosby was
That
in that
was
as well.
Bill Cosby, Harvey Keitel was in that as
Keitel, yep.
well. Yeah, they were all young and well, Bill was around for a while, but young and carefree. Mother Jugs and Speed. Look it up, you youngsters. I found that to be I found that to be quite entertaining. And Raquel Welch really didn't do much but jiggle. But hey, that
Well,
was her
listen,
job back then, and she did it
that
well.
back then you could get away with that kind of stuff in Hollywood. The title of the movie, she did what she was supposed to do, or what they wanted her to do, and that's how
Yes,
it went.
yes, because
Unfortunate,
because of the
but true.
of the three main characters in that film, she was not Mother or Speed.
Correct. You are
So,
absolutely right.
yeah. So, Rod, any fond memories of Raquel Welch?
You know what? I remember her mostly for Mother Jugs and Speed, and
Hmm.
also I vaguely remember seeing the film. I think it was called 1 Million BC or something like that,
Yes, yes,
and she was
yes.
in that. And I was wondering how a cave woman would have such nicely coiffed hair, but whatever. I
It's
was
the
young.
movies.
Yeah,
It
it's the
was the
movies.
movies. Right.
I was young.
And no one cared. We wasn't paying attention to details.
No,
We were
not at all.
watching her in that skimpy fur bikini. Yes, indeed.
Nobody was thinking about that.
Not a damn soul. But yes, Rest in peace to Miss Raquel Welch, a true Hollywood legend. And I hesitate to use the word icon with a lot of things because I think that's overused in our society
Right.
right now. Anything that's been around for 3 years has now suddenly become iconic. But Raquel Welch, in every sense of the word, was iconic. So rest in heaven, Raquel Welch. You will be missed and you were appreciated. Absolutely. And moving along, before we go any further down that rabbit hole, pardon me today, by the way, y'all. I have a slight cold, and I know I sound nasally, and I'm going to cough. My wife says that I cough. My cough sounds like a foghorn going off, like I'm like I'm barking at somebody. But I am a little congested, so
Unclean.
so Mrs. Nerd, if you're listening, please forgive me because you know she watches faithfully. I certainly hope. So that will be one of the three people who watch this show on a regular basis. So
Yep. The
there it
best
is.
show nobody's watching.
Right, right. Coming up next, there was a trailer for The Flash during the Super Bowl,
There was.
and I'd like us to take a look at it because I found it quite interesting. Super producer Mel, if you are available, we would like to see that Flash Super Bowl trailer, if at all possible.
I
Mel,
got
we
some
would like
things to say about this one.
You can go
Yeah,
anywhere. Another timeline. Another universe. So why do you want to stay and fight to save this one?
Because this is the world where my mom lives. I'm not gonna lose her again. Time has a pattern that it can't help reliving. Different people, different worlds, drawn to each other like magnets. It's my face. You stole my face.
If you were to go into the past, you have no idea what the consequences could be.
Bruce, I could fix things.
You could also destroy everything.
This can't be happening. I completely broke the universe.
Zod, we've been waiting for you.
I created a world with no metahumans. And now there's no one to defend us.
Want some help?
Oh. You are?
Yeah. I'm Batman.
If I can't undo what I did, if I can't get back, there might not be a future. What's the play? Batman, what do we do?
We try not to die.
It's not Clark.
My name is Kara.
I'm
Well,
Barry.
we're Barry.
Barry, what are you doing? Our kids are gonna want to see this.
So Rod, I'm gonna let you go first because I'm excited to hear your reaction to this.
All right. All right. First of all, had Ezra Miller not gone batshit crazy, I might be a little bit more excited for this. At least for a different reason. Right now, I'm excited for it because it's going to be some adaptation of Flashpoint from the comics. I'm going to be excited to see how they handle certain things. Already see that they have some differences in what happened in the comics. So, that's cool. I was looking to see if I could find a hint of Professor Zoom in there, major Flash villain. I don't think I saw. I saw Michael Keaton return as Batman, but I think that's kind of like a fake out. I think that's actually Thomas Wayne. Wow.
Ooh.
We just had a little fold
Ooh.
through. All
We
right.
just did the moonwalk over to the other side. Hi, Uncle DJ.
Hey,
What's happening?
what's
So,
up? You connected.
so like I was saying, I think that it's gonna be. I think it's a fake out. I think he's actually Thomas Wayne. But
Okay.
again, I'm really curious to see the storyline behind it. Not so much the acting, but I guess the story behind it. I want to see how they're going to use this as the beginning of everything new with James Gunn
Okay.
because they really wanted to release this. At one point they were like, well, maybe we're not going to release it because Ezra Miller's crazy now. So, but they're going to bring it out. They were talking about reshoots and all this other kind of stuff. So maybe there are some things that were redone because of the developments that happened at DC during the time in which it was being made. Hopefully, I think I'm just gonna go into this movie and just be like, okay, I'm gonna be entertained for a little while. I'm not gonna try to take it, too, too. I'm not gonna try to take a too close a look at it. I'll just be entertained and then just move on with my life afterwards.
You mean you're not
Yeah.
gonna Uncle Rod it?
What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, that sounded slightly dirty. That sounded slightly dirty. Please
No, so,
elaborate.
talking about breaking it down, piece by piece, like you say, you're just gonna sit back and be entertained.
Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna
No,
be sit back
bullshit.
with my popcorn and just hey, that was
Bullshit.
cool.
I call bullshit.
Okay.
We all gonna sit back and be like and pick it apart
We,
piece by piece.
oh yeah. As soon as he does this and shit, it's gonna be,
Yeah,
as
John's gonna lose his shit as soon as that happens.
soon as that happens, yeah.
And did you see the little
I
boy
real
running
quick,
out of the house?
real
Real quick, the
go
little
ahead.
boy running out of the house. He can't run either. He looked like both his
I,
legs were pointed opposite
see,
directions. Go ahead, DJ. I'm sorry.
You messed up, man.
I would be remiss if I didn't go Raquel. Okay, all right, I'm good.
Okay.
Raquel Welch. I
Yeah,
had to get
yeah,
that out.
no, Raquel, yeah,
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 I had to
she
get that
was,
out. So, but skipping past that, I mean, honestly enough, I'm geeked as fuck for Michael Keaton. Um, that's the geek factor right there. I mean, he's always been my favorite Batman, so that right there is a geek factor. But aside from that, I'll just say this: the movie looks like it might be something, and if it is something, they ain't gonna be able to tell Ezra Miller shit. Them is gonna be like untouchable.
No, they're gonna pay. They're gonna pay them and send them on their way.
Maybe, maybe.
Listen, man. No one's. If they try to put him in anything else, the people in Hollywood who like to be outraged about shit are gonna lose their shit.
the only
Maybe.
way that this film works is that because this is a multiverse story, whatever happens for the first hour and 50 minutes, by that 10-minute mark, or even maybe during an end credit sequence, he is replaced by another actor, preferably Grant Gustin. Maybe something happens within the film where the multiverse explodes, it implodes, and then it comes back, and it's Grant Gustin coming out in his superhero pose. That's the only way this film works. No,
Oh,
I won't
you
say.
mean like they did? Wait, you mean like they did in Black Lightning? Who are you? I'm your daughter. Oh shit. Okay. All right.
Just brought a whole fucking different actress out of absolutely nowhere. Like, yeah, I'm your daughter, man. And but anyway,
I might
I
look a little
digress
different.
because that was bullshit.
Listen, man. They
So,
did that show so dirty. That's the least of his concerns.
oh, man, but the thing with this Flash film is that it's already problematic that they would cancel a whole Batgirl film, which people who saw it said it was actually pretty solid. They would throw that away. But this young man who was kidnapping people and assaulting people and had there are restraining orders out against him, the fact that his film is not only pushed out, but is pushed out during the fucking Super Bowl means that they're just okay. Yeah, you could just go ahead and be a vagrant. You are literally a supervillain, and we're going to put your film out. You're literally a
Super villain
supervillain.
without the super.
Well, okay. Now, if we're keeping track, like they
The
say,
ultra
one time.
mendicant.
I forgot what they called it. One time is the this. 2 times is a coincidence.
One time is an
What
accident,
is it?
2
One
times
time.
a trend.
Okay, so now Luke Cage and Batgirl, and what do they have in common? They're not going to release them.
Headliner.
That's what I'm saying. They're not going to release them for whatever reason, but it's 2 black superheroes that aren't being released.
I think
just
that
saying.
I understand what you're saying. I think that, and the white man who literally has a court case against him, they push his film forward. So
no problem.
Moving past
multiple cases.
all the legal, moving past the legalese of what's going on, it's a warning sign for me that I'm getting so much Batman in a Flash film. You know what I'm saying? I would prefer he utters the fucking line in the trailer. I want it to be, that would be like in the trailer for Endgame, Captain America says, Avengers Assemble. What kind of bullshit is that? You know what I'm saying?
I thought you was like, I wouldn't have minded that. If they had shown him picking up the hammer, I'd have been pissed.
But okay, to your point, there were so many points in that film where if they would have been in the trailers, not only would it have spoiled true cinematic moments, but it have pissed all of us fanboys off. So you get
but
Ben
to
Affleck.
Be fair, hold on. But to be fair, Batman did feature prominently in Flashpoint.
He did, but
Just
if you didn't read the comic book, you didn't know that.
Okay, true.
So you're trying to, what we've said this 1,000 times before. What Marvel does is that they bring in the peripheral, and all of these people who don't necessarily read the comic books, they're just like, holy cow, this is amazing. Where those of us who read the comic books are still like, holy cow, this is amazing. You know, there's still that sense of wonder with DC.
Right, it works very well.
With DC, you've got moments where in the theater, that should be the moment when that should be their Avengers Assemble moment, or that should be their
screaming. That's the screaming
lifting
part.
up the hammer moment. Yes.
Right.
And people who don't necessarily follow news of pop culture like that, who maybe didn't know that Ben Affleck was going to be in this film, now know that Ben Affleck is in this film. That doesn't make sense. Why would you give away the good parts like that? You've got him. Let me say this real quick. The ring that opens up and his uniform is in, they show us that. Why in the fuck would you show us that? Now, DJ, that may not mean anything to DJ, but to me and Rod, that's a 10-year-old us moment where we're like, oh shit, that's something in the film. That's 3 specific moments in the film that should be the holy shit moment, but we've seen it in the trailer, so now we don't give a fuck.
Right. Melanie, can you make that bigger so we can see who's making those comments?
Wait a minute. Why are you going to single me out like I've never read a comic book in my fucking life and shit?
I mean, I apologize, DJ. You probably have read comic books in your life, and I
many back in the day. I'm not up on them now recently, but yeah, I was a comic book nerd when I was a kid.
Yes, how dare I?
Hey
What's
Mel,
wrong
hold
with
on real quick, guys. Hey Mel, can you make that bigger so we can see who's making comments? So we can give them a shout or say, what the hell are you talking about?
Well, this comment here, this looks like most of the Flashpoint story. That's because it is. Go even down to they've replaced Superman with Supergirl. So now the one that they discovered, the Kryptonian they discovered, the government has been hiding, is Supergirl. Oh wow, hey, that's really big. Okay. Oh, that's from Roy. You knew Roy was gonna say some shit like that.
All right, so
Ezra
it's the
is
second part. What the hell are you talking about? All right.
okay. You got to give people a reason to go. People will go because it's a flash film, and this is what we've been. Roy, in particular, has been yelling this from the heavens from day one that they need to do Flashpoint, and
Correct.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm actually excited to see this. I want to see this, to be honest, but I don't know, man. Maybe there are other surprises in store that they haven't shown, but it seems like the main ones they've given all that shit away. So I mean, two
There's
Barry
got to be other.
Allens.
There's got to be other stuff. There's got to be. I'm
Well,
hoping there
who
is
knows?
anyway. Yeah.
It would be fantastic if there was, because I mean, we got to have something to look forward to. Again, comic book geeks like us, we know that shit. Those are moments we recognize. That's the kind of shit I want to see for the first time on screen and not in a commercial. So,
Well, DC, DC is fighting to get people, to even watch it in the first place. So they're pulling out all the stops to get people to watch it.
oh Lord, and Roy said, and they still fucked it up. Well, now let's discuss this, because I don't necessarily think that they fucked it up.
We haven't even seen it
yet. I think, well, I mean, no one trusts DC anyway. But I think giving us Supergirl instead of Superman gives us could spice this up a little bit. You know what I mean?
You know what that was?
What?
Damn, we couldn't get Henry Cavill.
True.
Really? You think so?
And he's not even coming back to The Witcher.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Henry Cavill said, "Fuck all y'all in your."
It must be nice to be able to make decisions like that. I'm just saying.
Man, listen.
Look, let me get a DC or Marvel role. I ain't giving that motherfucker up ever. I'ma die as that character. Okay.
Wait a minute. He's Henry Cavill. He's got options.
Yeah, whatever, man. So I mean, does like making it Supergirl instead of Superman, does that matter to either one of you?
Not really. It's not really that important to the story.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah.
As long as it's a Kryptonian. I think that what they're also realizing is a lot of these comic books are just giant sausage fests, and they're trying to add some femininity to this.
No, I will say they could have saved Zod. Also,
yes,
that was another moment they could have saved.
Why the fuck are you
looked
showing
like they had
Zod?
some scenes from Man of Steel. So he went through the timeline to when Zod was trying to tear the planet apart.
Yes. Yeah. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. We see Zod, we see two Batmans, we see Supergirl. Cut out half of those, and I'm a little bit happier about the trailer. That just doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
So, I think we've torn that up enough. Let's head to a commercial. Oh, Uncle Percy, why aren't you here? Let's head to a commercial, and Grumpy Old Nerds will be right back.
Yup.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids' apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Smooth. Another shot.
One enemy remaining.
For my people that don't get to see me, trying to remind you who you are, just like in Romans 3. See, we about to blow across the world just like a day that's breezy. This motivation for the people and this classic Bible teaching say, make this for my people that don't get to see me, trying to remind you who you are, just like in Romans 3. See, we about to blow across the world just like a day that's breezy. This motivation for the people and this classic Bible teaching, hey, 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 motivation.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins. This is always like never before.
Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique to spice up your closet with trendy, unique looks. We have fashionable and chic looks at very affordable prices. Velvet Boutique offers free shipping all year long on all orders. Shop online at www.melvetboutique.com. That's www.melvetboutique.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon, so now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language, and she really loves her grandson. Like, really loves.
This is Carlos Brown, letting you know that we're on the move. You can now catch the Carlos Brown Show beginning this July on the Black College Sports Network each and every Saturday from 11 to 1 Eastern Time. That's 10 to 12 Central Time. Same time, new place. On Facebook at the Carlos Brown Show and Black College Sports Network. Online at www.mybcsn.net and on the BCSN app available on Google Play and the Apple App Store.
Let's get back to getting ticks instead of watching flicks. Before we can safely get out there, we need the facts on COVID-19 vaccines. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision for yourself and for your crew.
Woo! We just slid in there, didn't we? All right.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome. Oh, hey, Rod. So,
Yes,
do you
sir.
prefer the theme music to this show, or do you prefer the music coming back from the commercial from this show? Which one do you like better?
Since I like being here, I'm going to say neither one.
Okay. All right. So, it's sometimes we take detours in this show because, we can. And Uncle DJ is preparing clearly a feast fit for a king. Jerk turkey tips, Uncle DJ. Is that what you're about to feast on
Yes,
right
sir.
now?
Yes, sir.
Jerk turkey
Yeah.
tips. Please explain to me where the
And there
tip
was some
comes from in
fries
the
in there,
turkey.
so I'm about to throw some Sweet Baby Ray's on that shit.
That hand behind that damn bottle. So,
Not
Uncle
a
DJ.
show sponsor.
Right. So, Uncle DJ, where is the tip on the turkey?
Hey. I just eat it. I don't cut that motherfucker up. I just eat
Where did that diabolical laugh come from? So you don't know where the tip is from the turkey, like on the rib.
No, all they do, look, man, you try to make it too complicated. All they do is cut turkey meat up into chunks and they season that shit and they call it, jerk turkey tips or, whatever. It's I mean, you were just talking about me losing a foot and shit. It's at least an alternative to pork rib tips, a healthier alternative.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
So, as a point of reference for our audience, the two people who are watching, so our super producer Mel was looking for something to eat, and she was trying to DoorDash a burger of some kind. I don't know what she's talking about, and I suggested salad and baked potato from Wendy's. To whence she commenced to cuss me out and say she wants to eat. And Uncle DJ said, live your life, be young, eat whatever the fuck you want to eat." And
That's right.
I'm just trying to offer healthier solutions. Okay. So I'm the healthy solution with the burger and the salad. Uncle DJ said, "Fuck it, get you all the cholesterol and sugar that you can handle." Uncle Rod, where are you? Where's your stance on this?
Hey, it's like I said, hey, you can pull up and get your insulin in a couple of years. Pull up and get your high blood pressure meds. We were trying to help
Because
her out.
super producer Mel is not a grumpy old nerd. She's a vibrant young lady who looks to be, I ain't gonna say her age, but
Is hungry.
But
HONGRY.
exactly.
she's hungry.
Exactly. Now,
Okay.
even though I look like this now, as far as a little extra, that's because I'm not jacking house like I used to. But because I jacked house and danced all those years, I was very active. I ate that bullshit and I exercised at
Stop
the
being
same
active.
time. So now I'm a little less active. So this is what happens when you're a little less active. But I was in so great shape for most of my life that, like athletes do, they can afford to eat a little something every now and then.
Okay. All right. Well,
I remember being athletic.
man, look here. I coach elementary school basketball. And back in the day when I was coaching, I could run up and down the court with the kids. I could play with them. I do whatever. Now, between my torn meniscus, my Achilles tendonitis, my other knee is bad. I got soreness in my back. When I don't lay down right at night, my neck is stiff, and this
I
big
got that.
extra
I got that.
50-pound belly in
I
my
got that right now.
midsection. I ain't running no fucking where for any fucking thing. If someone was chasing me, I just have to let them catch me. Like, I give up. Come get it, because I ain't got shit. I can't do nothing. So,
Oh man, I'm not quite that
that's your
bad,
bro.
but it's
No.
when I wake up in the morning, something hurting on me. That's pretty. That's pretty
Yes.
much it.
What kind of bullshit is that? Something just hurting, just for the fuck of being hurt. Like,
For no
what?
reason, for absolutely no
For
reason.
fucking pain. No
Was
fucking reason.
perfectly
So,
fine 8 hours ago.
yes. Yeah, when I laid down, everything was cool. I wake up now, my Achilles hurt, my knees sore. So, Mel, go and get that
Hey, that
salad
means
and
you've been
that baked
running in your
potato,
sleep,
girl.
dog.
I don't know
You
who
wake
I
up
was
and your
running
knee and
from
Achilles hurt.
or what I was running to, but clearly I was running from something. Okay, so back to our regularly scheduled program. I would be rid of so many. So before we go any further down that rabbit hole, I forgot which catchphrase to use right there. Disney Plus has lost 2.4 million subscribers, and they let
I'm one of them.
7,000 employees go. You dropped Disney Plus?
Damn.
Oh yeah. As soon as what was the last thing I watched on there? I think it was
Andor.
Hulk, She-Hulk. That was it.
And
So
you
why'd
left
you
on
drop
that
them?
note. That's why.
There was nothing else. There was nothing else coming out. There was no Mandalorian. I mean, there was Andor, but I mean, you guys, trashed that shit so much. I was like, okay, well, whatever.
We really do.
Nah, you know what? With Andor started really slow for me, and I got real upset because I was like, "Where is this going?" Toward the end, I could kind of see where it was going, and I think what
Uh,
happened was they were writing it knowing that they were going to get another season. I think that's what it
okay.
was.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's some
Yeah.
exciting
Yeah.
parts to it, but for the most part, it's like a slog.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Well, I
so
And
that
you
enjoyed
got to
Moon
catch
Knight.
people quick.
it was well written,
Moon
but it
Knight
was
was
just a
great.
slog.
I enjoyed that. So
So,
I mean,
but you
I'm gonna go
dropped
back.
them like
I'm gonna go back to
okay.
Mandalorian.
Okay. Okay. Well,
You
that
didn't watch
starts like
Clone
next
Wars,
month.
DJ?
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go back. I got a
I'm
job
saying,
now.
Well,
did you, did you watch Clone Wars when you had it?
Um, I think a little bit of it. I think I was going to start it.
and a
Because there's a
Bad
lot of
Batch too.
Clone Wars on there.
I heard Bad
Bad
Batch
Batch
was
I
good
watched.
too.
Bad Batch was very good. I watched Bad
Okay,
Batch.
all right.
Okay. So you're saying when Mandalorian comes back on, you're gonna re up.
I'm in there.
Okay. You know it's coming back next month.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm curious as to because I are we looking at the saturation of the superhero market? Because there have been discussions about Marvel pulling back on some of the content that they're pushing out. That there is a gazillion Star Wars properties that are out right now. We just talked about Clone Wars, Bad Batch, and Andor, and that's not even talking about.
Yeah.
There are like 3 more coming out. I don't even know the name. What are the names of them, Rod? Because I don't know.
Tales of the Jedi is out also on Disney Plus. Star Wars, was it Legends? I think it is. So they've got a few
Okay.
like short story anthologies out and all other kinds of stuff. So they've got
Okay.
plenty of Star Wars content for people who want it outside
Okay.
of the
Okay.
films.
Okay. Okay. So but it's a laying off of like 7,000 employees, man. That's fucked up. That's
I know
that's
that's a lot of people to lose. I wonder how. I wonder
yeah.
how they left or what time frame they left within or something like that. But
Well,
I can't see all those people leaving just because of the shows that were on there that were a part of Phase 4. I know Phase 4 was bad, but it wasn't that bad.
y'all keep talking about phase 4, man. I still think phase 4 served the purpose that it was supposed to serve, and that is to set up for the next phase. Every chapter can't be great. I think that phase
Okay,
4
but can it not
I
suck?
but okay, so do you think She-Hulk and Moon Knight and all these and Miss Marvel are the reason that they lost all these subscribers?
It would
No.
it if it were me, I wouldn't have canceled over those things. But there's
Okay.
some people who are kind of like on the fringe, so to speak, and like any
Uh-huh.
little thing would set them off and they would cancel. I think there are a lot of people like that. And if something is not like you said, just blockbuster quality or A1 tier stuff, and because that's what they're expecting all the time, and they don't get it, I think they're disappointed. Like, okay, Hawkeye was cool, right? Moon Knight was
Okay.
cool. She-Hulk was She-Hulk from the comic, you know.
Yeah.
But again, when you're dealing with people who have, who don't, you deal with some people who know the comics and don't really care. Then you got people who know the comics and do care. Then you got people who don't know anything and they're just watching this stuff that maybe they're hoping to convert to somebody who's like a MCU nerd. But I think this is the wrong this was the wrong phase in which to try to gain more converts, so to speak. Like this
But wait a
this
minute.
was the
I think
one that
what
this is the
time
one that
period are we talking
diehards are gonna
about?
kind of hang around.
What time
Go ahead.
period are we talking about though? Because the three that you're mentioning, they've been done for months. I mean, so what time
Yeah,
period are we talking about? Because I didn't cancel until all three of those were done.
right. But
And
that's what
so
I'm
if
saying.
everybody else, if
I don't
everybody
think all
else
the
looked at
millions
it
of
like
people
me, right, right, exactly.
I don't think all those millions of people canceled at one time or like, a spike and they canceled. I think it was a steady thing.
Yeah.
Like that's why I was
Yeah.
asking. Do you
Yeah,
know, like, over the course of how long were all these cancellations?
exactly. But that's what I'm
Because
saying. Like, if it was when those three ended, which was months ago, and there wasn't really anything else coming, and we knew that nothing else was coming for months. It's like, well, shit, why pay, this extra, especially when, nowadays, like I got off of Comcast, years ago, and, I got YouTube TV, but I was trying to cut down my $200, a year, a month bill,
A
from
month, yeah.
Comcast, and try to, I knew I had to pay for some internet, but at the same time, I figured, okay, let me get one or two streaming services. But now, since everything is, there's everywhere, now I got, Paramount Plus, Peacock. I had Hulu, let Hulu go. I
You
had
have Netflix.
Showtime, let Showtime go. Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus. I mean, by the time I pay everything, I'm probably
It's
paying
back to
more than what I was paying.
$200, $300. Yeah, you
Yeah,
are. Yeah, because YouTube
but
TV is
but
kind of up there.
yeah, it is.
Well, it's
But
64.
here's
It
a
was 49, but they added Comedy Central, MSNBC, and a lot of other stuff that I like. And honestly enough, at $65, it's still a bargain because everything is being streamed. And
yeah.
so what people don't realize is that you know I can I can click on every event, TV show, movie, sports event, or whatever, and ask it to hold it in my library, and basically I have an unlimited, infinite library
Yeah,
of
you get
DVR
DVR
and
storage
stuff.
with that, don't you?
What's that?
You get DVR storage with that, don't you?
I
Yeah.
mean, it's not necessarily they call it that, but it's not that since everything is being streamed, and we're
Mm-hmm.
talking Google. So Google
Yeah.
has you know like a state. I mean, imagine the amount of servers that they have, and everything is being backed up. So
Yeah.
basically, all they're doing is say, okay, you want to watch all of this? No problem, we got you. But then every other service you have out there, they can't compete because they're trying to charge for DVR space. It's like,
Yeah.
this is 2023. That's bullshit that you're still trying to charge for it like it's a DVR. Like there's actually space to be, rented when it's all streaming.
And
So,
yes, and Jay Hall is saying Disney Plus had a price hike. What I find
It did.
interesting now with the streaming services
yeah, it
is
did.
that you have price hikes, and they're also offering a package where you can pay a premium price, a lesser price, and then you'll just get commercials too.
Right.
Right,
So they're
Hulu does
right.
that.
they're
Yeah.
doing
It's,
all kind of
it's
shit to try and keep
which is
people
crap.
off these.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, and
Because I don't
it's
want ads.
yeah. You're right, right, exactly. Why in the fuck am I paying you and I still have to watch ads? That's ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah.
Um,
I think I'm paying
but
13 for my bundle where I get Disney
uh
Plus,
huh,
Hulu,
yeah,
and ESPN
yeah,
Plus.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
But it's
But I
19.99 if you don't want ads.
But DJ, I think you bring up a
I'm good.
valid point in that people, since there are no contracts, like say Mandalorian is the only thing I'm really digging on Disney Plus. When the Mandalorian is done, I'll just drop it, and then I'll come back when you know what I'm saying. I'll come back when the season 3 of the Mandalorian kicks in. So I never really thought about that. It's so much easier to just say, you know what, this is an expense that I can't afford for the next 6 months. I'm going to drop it, and then when I go back to being able to afford it, I can just pick it back up again. So I wonder if they even have thought about that. The powers that be have even thought about the fact that people will drop you like a bad habit when it gets too expensive and then pick it back up when they're a little bit more
No,
financially secure.
that's
I
exactly
think they
no.
know
That
that. I
they
think they
have
know
thought
that.
about it, which is why Disney Plus used to be just Disney Plus, and now they're Disney Plus, ESPN, and Hulu. So that either way it goes, you got content somewhere in between those three. That's why they're doing the bundle, and you're gonna find a lot of other, ones that can't stand on their own bundling with other, streaming content so that they can survive those empty periods. You know,
Right.
One thing though, even when the Marvel shows are not popping or Disney shows are not popping, I could turn on Disney Plus and I can find something to watch.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can look around long enough and be like, hey, I haven't seen this in years, or I didn't see this. Let me
Right.
look at this now. I can
If
find stuff to
if
watch.
if it's a slow day, we were talking about Avengers Endgame a moment ago. If it's a slow day, I'm gonna throw on Avengers Assemble. Him saying Avengers
Watch it
Assemble is
here.
just because that
Absolutely.
moment is so powerful for me. So,
You could
but
watch
also, I
watch Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
dude, I sat down one day and said, I paid too much fucking money. I'm going to watch something on one of these fucking streaming services. God damn it,
Right.
because they getting all my money. I'm gonna watch something for this motherfucker. But
Yeah.
before we go any further down that rabbit hole, oh, I wish Uncle Percy was here because you know what time it is. It's time for a commercial. So let's experience these words from our sponsors and be right back. Look at my man. Look at this. Look
Yep.
at this.
Now, you can live in Texas and not have a good red meat blend. Texas Cowboy Dust is designed for steak and other red meats. It's out to be my most popular spice blend, made with onions, peppers, ground mushrooms, pink salt, and other spices. Texas Cowboy Dust also goes great with chicken, pork, vegetables, and adds a restaurant quality sheen to gravies and sauces.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down.
Vanilla smoked sea salt seasoning is for seafood. The tarragon and fennel bring out the natural sweetness in seafood. I also use it in rice dishes, on yams, asparagus, blueberry pancakes, and believe it or not, chocolate chip cookies. Vanilla smoked sea salt adds a salty and savory component to sweet dishes that create a symphony for the tongue.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
It's been difficult because I hadn't been able to see my grandchildren.
An expression on someone's face when you do something nice for them.
I miss all my friends in school.
Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision about COVID-19 vaccine.
This is Ryan Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
Oh, that Spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat. Ooh, yeah, that's nice.
Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on?
Sure, it's wireless.
Pick something we all like. Okay, hold on. What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password?
Buick Envision 2021.
Oh, you should pick something stronger. That's really predictable.
That's a really tight spot. Don't worry, I used to hate parallel parking.
Me too.
Hey.
Really outdid yourself.
Yes, we did.
The all-new Buick Envision, an SUV built around you, all of you.
From novice to aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service. Slow Burn is Waco's only mobile cigar lounge, featuring a meticulous, curated collection of premium cigars. Visit our website, www.slowburnwaco.com. That's www.slowburnwaco.com.
Some carriers will give you just one measly entertainment subscription. One is no fun. With Verizon, there's up to 7 entertainment subscriptions with your unlimited plan. That's 7 times the... 7 times the... No. 7 times the... Music, gaming, Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, and more. That's 7 times the entertainment! Because everyone deserves better. And with plans starting at just $35, better costs less than you think.
All right, as we do that moonwalk back in front of your TV screen or whatever screen you're watching us on. Hi, welcome back to Grumpy Old Nerds. As always, I am Uncle John. That is Uncle DJ, and that is Uncle Rod. I had to make sure I was pointing at the right person with the right name. So,
You gotta get that shit right.
there are rumors swirling that there will be a return of a dead hero because of this multiverse that we are now in within the Marvel Universe. Who is that dead hero, you ask? That dead hero is none other than Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. himself.
RDJ.
My question to you, why? Let that motherfucker be dead. Why do we need him back?
Why?
Why?
Why? Because he was one of the linchpins of the MCU, and when it was the most popular, he was out there doing his thing. And Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, which I think he's really just playing himself, but that's a whole nother story. But he's ultra popular. And they want to try to give this phase a boost. Because I think they know they messed up phase 4. Or phase 4 is not what it needs to be.
Doesn't this reek of desperation? Which is basically
Not
what
yet.
you just said.
Not
no?
yet.
Because they'd have to pay him $1 gazillion in order to come back.
I know they have it.
That's true.
They know they'll make it back.
I just think that even though it's a multiverse and, somewhere out there has to be another Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., or whatever, I think it would taint what has gone on before. I think that he got the perfect send-off. I think that because it's a multiverse, let me see Tom Cruise make a cameo as Robert Downey Jr. As Tony Stark. Yeah, let me see.
Really? Let me not
anybody.
see no shit like that.
Well, why not? Look, you tripping. Tom Cruise single-handedly revitalized the movie industry with Top Gun Maverick. Fight me on that one.
Okay, Spielberg.
He did. Right? That movie brought everybody back to the theater. Everybody loved it. Everybody.
When's the last time you've been to the theater?
I'll tell you the next time I'm going to the theater tomorrow night.
Okay, so there you go. But I watched the Maverick when that shit came to HBO Max or Showtime, whatever the fuck it was on.
Paramount.
Well, that's where I watched it.
Right.
Because I'm already paying all this streaming shit.
I
You
saw
saw it in the
Maverick in
theater, Rod?
theaters. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He brought back the big budget blockbuster. Brought back
Budget. Yeah,
big
big
budget
budget.
blockbuster. Just want to make sure I said.
Well, okay.
So, I
But
mean, I
was he
think
was he
that.
the only one? Are we not gonna
What do you
give
mean?
Wakanda 2 any credit?
Wakanda Forever brought people
That,
out. So did Avatar.
but those were
Well, but
sequels.
yeah, which came first though?
Maverick was a sequel too. Maverick was a sequel too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So,
Wakanda 2, you know.
I mean, so Robert Downey Jr. doesn't reek of desperation to the two of you.
No.
I mean,
They've
he's
been
still
talking, but
part
they've
of
been
the
talking about bringing
universe.
him back right after he died. They were talking about bringing him back.
Right. Right. As soon
Okay.
as they start
Him,
getting
him,
into
and,
the
him and Chris Evans. Remember that?
Right. Yeah. I mean, except for Chadwick Boseman, they're talking about bringing anybody who's ever been anything. So, okay, thank you, Jay Hall. Secret Wars, it wouldn't be a comeback. It's just a multiversal cameo. But still, they know that would cause shockwaves throughout the fanboy community. Everybody would lose their shit, and everybody would want to go to the theaters to see that particular moment, because that is your Avengers Endgame, Captain America picking up the hammer, or saying Avengers Assemble type shit. That's
You know what I want to see as a multiversal?
What?
It would be cool if they had totally different celebrities, actors being these people in multiversal things. But you know what I want to see? I want to see a multiversal Fantastic Four. You know who I want my Fantastic Four to be?
Oh shit! Come on.
I want Kerry Washington as Sue Storm.
Here you go with the black thing again. Here you go with the black thing again. Okay.
Listen, I want.
Now hold on, wait a minute, hold on. You know it's in
ahead.
Kerry Washington's contract that if she's Sue Storm, then old boy has got to be white.
I want Terry Crews.
That's my women. That's my Uncle John's. That's my Uncle John's Joey Saldana joke and shit, right?
That's where I was going. That's where I was going. Okay. So Kerry Washington,
right, exactly.
Kerry Washington is Sue Storm. Okay.
Yeah, I want Terry Crews as the Thing, Benjamin Grimm.
Oh hell no!
Oh shit! Oh shit! No, I like that. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Now, for the Human Torch, Johnny Storm. Give me. You know what? Give somebody who. Michael B. Jordan? Nah. That would be kind of funny though, but nah. Give me. What is the dude's name?
Tyrese?
No. That would be funny too. But nah.
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon? No.
Oh man, hell no.
Oh man. I can't remember the dude's name. It just flew out of my head. Wow. Damson Idris.
Oh, from Snowfall?
Yep.
Okay.
And for Reed Richards?
Oh shit.
Denzel Washington.
Okay.
No.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
He's always had that gray streak in his head anyway. He's got the great sideburns.
And no, there's no alcohol in his cup.
Oh, well, that's a damn shame. You said you was going to get a drink, not a soda.
But Rod, that's literally what I'm saying. Since this is a multiverse, having whatever celebrity cameos as already established heroes, that would be so fucking cool. I like that idea. And
well, then I'd like to see Nick Cage as the Joker. Shit.
Should I tell him, Rod, or should you?
You got it.
You know what I'm about to say.
Just saying.
Right, DJ?
I'm just saying.
Okay. All right. You're just saying. All right.
Nick
Moving
Cage would be
on.
Nick
Because
Cage would be a funny ass Red Skull.
oh my God, could you imagine? He would be hilarious.
See? Well, let me ask you this: Can anybody else play our girl Harley Quinn other than Margot Robbie?
Lady Gaga.
Oh shit!
And guess what?
Is that your?
That's
you sound
happening.
like you're. Sounds like you're a monster.
He said that's happening.
That's happening. That's happening.
Sounds like you're one of her monsters. The way you said it, Lady Gaga. You said it real quick too.
That's happening. The Joker sequel. Lady Gaga is going to be Harley Quinn. Yes.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Okay. Thank you for your approval.
Really?
Coming up.
Thought that's why we were
coming
here.
up. Next, I saw this trailer the other day, and I was just like, you know what? I might want to see this film. I saw the original when it came out, scared the bejesus out of me, but that was because I was a little kid. But now I want to see this one just because, for the fuck of it.
Melody Edwards says we call Gaga Stephanie now.
I don't know who we is, but she's still Lady Gaga.
Melody, I don't know who Stephanie is. I know who Lady Gaga is.
Yeah, she hasn't gotten to the Dwayne Johnson phase of her acting quite yet.
Shit, Dwayne Johnson may be going back to The Rock in a minute if he don't calm his swole ass down. Children of the Corn trailer. Let's see it, Melody.
Oh, hell no.
Prepare to witness the horrific rise of the next generation of evil. Based on the short story by Stephen King, comes the nightmare like you've never seen it before.
I know, it sucks. It's so hard sometimes you can hardly breathe. But I can help with your pain. Brace yourself. He who walks, he talked to me. He took care of me. So now I'm going to take care of him.
Like killing all the adults?
For starters.
Children of the Corn.
Let me tell you something. Any movie with a little white girl scares the shit out of me right now.
What was the original story about? Children of the Corn. It said it was a Stephen King short story. I know that, but
yeah, I forget if it was a supernatural or an alien force, but it comes down and convinces one of the kids to be like this fucking cult leader, and they kill off all the adults. And so a family that's driving through this particular town, their car breaks down, so now they're stuck with whatever's going. Shut up. They're stuck wherever this is, and like I said, the original freaked me the fuck out. And what's interesting is, after I watched this trailer, I went back and watched the trailer for the original. I think it's the same guy with that voice, if I'm not mistaken. So I thought that was an interesting bit of trivia. So yes, little white girls creep me out. Yes, Melody Edwards. The Omen was creepy as fuck because little white kids fuck me up. So
little white kids, right?
What is this something that we would see? Or Is this something that we're going to see, or are we waiting for this on a streaming service?
Yeah, I'm not really into the horror
I ain't
thing.
watching that shit. Yeah, I'm not a horror movie. I'm not a horror movie kind of guy. Plus, that shit is too close to the truth nowadays. You know, these little motherfuckers are already killing motherfuckers and shit. So
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
well.
good on that one.
right, we don't want to
Okay.
give them no
Well.
new ideas.
And that's why we need Auntie Nicole, because she's our horror movie expert, and she would tell us whether
Oh
this
my
would be
god,
any good or not.
I'm surprised
So,
she ain't jumped in just for a moment just to say something.
right. But I mean, it looks interesting. The premise is always cool, where little kids just decide that adults
They
suck
gonna fuck shit up.
and they
Yeah,
kill them all. Yeah, yeah. Who knows?
I agree.
So,
I agree.
now that we've established that all small children are evil, let's take a commercial break. And we'll be right back. After these messages, we'll be right back.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids' apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
For my people that don't get to see me, trying to remind you who you are, just like in Romans 3. See, we about to blow across the world just like a day that's breezy. This motivation for the people and this classic Bible teaching say, make this for my people that don't get to see me, trying to remind you who you are, just like in Romans 3. See, we about to blow across the world just like a day that's breezy. This motivation for the people and this classic Bible teaching, hey, 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 motivation.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins. This is always like never before.
Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique to spice up your closet with trendy, unique looks. We have fashionable and chic looks at very affordable prices. Velvet Boutique offers free shipping all year long on all orders. Shop online at www.melvetboutique.com. That's www.melvetboutique.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Shop Melvin Online Women's Boutique.
Back once again. We are the grumpy old nerds in your ear. I am Uncle John. This is Uncle Rod. And this is Uncle DJ. And right before us now, we will have Rod's books you should be reading. Uncle Rod reviews comic books that he gets from his local comic book shop, and he tells us if we should be reading them or not. Take it away, Uncle Rod.
And real quick, before I get rolling, I just want to say, watching that commercial for Melvin Boutique, I have a new appreciation
And they
for polka
spelled
dot.
out. Wait a minute. Why'd they have to spell out boutique? Really? I mean, I know they say know your audience, but damn, how remedial do you have to get? BOUTIQUE. Just for you the people out there that's spelling it boutique.
So,
All
Rod,
right.
what did you say? What did you say?
I was saying I have I have a new appreciation for polka dots.
Yeah, she was fine. She was pretty fine.
Nope,
But the
I ain't
way
gonna
they
do it.
spelling
Y'all ain't
out
gonna get me in trouble.
boutique,
Nope.
they don't think they that smart.
Yeah, okay. Boutique and polka dots. That's all I got from that commercial.
All right, but the comic book I want to talk about tonight is actually one that's been out for a minute, but recently has gotten a lot of publicity and has gotten a lot of shout outs on the internet through various blurred outlets. And that comic book is called The Antagonist by Godhood Comics. The Antagonist is basically a superhero family who are kind of in hiding, but they're not heroes. They actually were super villains. And it was two super villains who were basically terrorizing the world. And then they decided to have a family. So they kind of dropped off the face of the earth, dropped below the radar, and just started becoming a normal everyday family. And what happens is, through a different series of events, they happen to get back on the radar of the United States government, who sends people out to try to get them because they're war
Oh,
criminals of the highest degree.
right, right.
So,
Yeah.
as you can imagine, a lot of different things happen, but the characterizations of the main protagonist and the antagonist is pretty good. I mean, that it's written pretty well, and I love the artwork in it. It seems like they
Yeah.
have a couple of people doing artwork over a couple of issues. There's only 6 issues out now, and the last 3, I believe, are just digital only. So what's going on is,
Damn.
like, as it's gotten really popular, their stock has been running out. I happened to be able to get the first issue a while back. Like, this is maybe months ago. Excuse me. And started trying to collect them, but I couldn't get physical copies, so I ended up having to get the digital copies so that I could keep up. That's how popular it is. Godhood
Wow.
Comics just recently got a deal with Diamond Distributors, who are the main distributors for most comics in the country, if not the world. And so a lot of their stuff will be able to get to more comic book stores. And so now it's not so much a Kickstarter or direct from their website thing. A lot more people will be able to get access to their books through local comic book stores. So I'm going to
Nice.
tell my store, start carrying the Antagonist. If you want
Okay.
So
sales,
you think
start carrying the
you think
Antagonist.
you think we're talking movie by 2025?
Funny you should mention that. There's an article, I think it's Variety Magazine, that says that the rights have already been secured for either a film or a television show. So
There you
that's
go.
already in the works.
Ah.
Yeah.
Did you mention that this was a black comic book?
I did not. This is a black comic
Godhood.
book.
Godhood.
This is a
Godhood.
openly black comic book.
He said openly black. Like they're in the closet
Yeah,
about their blackness.
right. Black family,
No,
and
I
they talk about black issues.
yeah,
It's very much on the nose of what's going on in the world right now.
yeah.
Thomasine and
I
Bushrod.
I actually happened to pick this up not long ago, and I'm disappointed that there are only 2 issues available. I guess is this supposed to be an ongoing comic? Is this a mini series? Do
It
you know,
is.
Rod?
It should be as far as I know, it's an ongoing title. It's just been
Okay.
really slow with getting getting issues out. Like I said, I got the first issue I think almost a year ago now, and they're only up to issue number 6.
The thing about independent comics is that if you find something you really like, it's hit or miss how often you'll actually get it. So
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part
yeah,
about it because this is like I
yeah,
said, this is really good and worth picking up.
it is.
And
It is. There are quite a few independent black comics out there now, and I'm not calling anybody's name, but some of them aren't as good as advertised. Can I say that? Um,
but that's kind of like anything you deal with in any industry.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
for me, it's all subjective, and I found that, and you're the second person to kind of co-sign on this for me. The Antagonist is actually a really good book, and
it is.
as I've gotten away from Marvel and DC and tried to get into independent books, there's a certain standard that I hold all of my books up to, and a lot of the books that I've been collecting just out of just trying to get away from the mainstream, they aren't up to that standard. Now, Bitterroot is fantastic. Um, and the Antagonist is fantastic. I would definitely recommend the Antagonist, and hopefully they get more copies of that book out on the shelves.
Bitterroot is another one.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll talk about Bitterroot the next one
Okay.
and get people and kind of get people on that one. But that's a really
Because
good
that
book as well.
Bitterroot does a really good job of world building, and the action and the artwork is spectacular. So yeah, Bitterroot is
Do we not have a picture of Antagonist?
Yeah, I sent a few in. I don't know if Mel's pulling them up right now.
Mel's eating. Mel is eating those wings, the lemon pepper wings.
She got lemon pepper
Her
on her
fingers are
fingers.
slipping. Her fingers are slipping
Yeah,
off the keyboard
slipping
from
off
all
the
that chicken
buttons.
wing grease.
I sent it through the group through the group communication group chat.
Okay, as we are waiting for those pictures, let's just go ahead and talk about the Urban Nerd Con, which is coming to Atlanta. Last year we had a ball. If you weren't there, Uncle DJ, if you weren't there, that's too bad for you. No, DJ, real talk. I missed you, man. I wish you would have been there because we had a really good time. It was a lot of
I
work,
wished I could
but
have
we had a
been
really
there.
good time. Yeah, but this is going to be in Atlanta, July. What are the dates, Rod? I'm really bad with dates.
Let's see. According to my calendar, because it was a different date at one point,
Right.
it
It's
looks
that
like it
third
is.
weekend in July, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Am I mistaken? Okay.
No, that's third week in July.
Okay.
Damn. It's gonna be
21st,
hot.
22nd, and 23rd.
Okay, so 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, the Urban Nerd Con. Please go to the urbannerdcon.net to pick up your tickets. We will soon have the lineup of our special guests. We will have comics, cosplay. We will be broadcasting live from the Urban Nerd Con. So you'll get to come out and look at us and see us and touch us if you have
And
enough
see,
money.
we actually
So,
exist, and we're not AI constructions.
right. And we even try to get super producer Mel to come down there too, so you can look at her. But we're looking at
While she eat.
Uncle Rod. Hey, there
There
we
we
are.
go.
Hi,
There
comic
we
book
go.
Mel.
God Hood.
That's
The
cover
evil, and the
number
name
2.
of the last name of the family is Evil, EVAL, which I thought was a pretty
Correct.
cool play on words.
Yep.
So yeah, this comic book is actually pretty solid, and
Damn, even the
hopefully they
dog
get
look
enough
evil
funding.
and shit.
Hopefully they have enough funding to have the series coming out on a regular basis, because it's really, I wouldn't suggest a lot of titles. I am right here today. I'm suggesting you go check out The Antagonist because it's really good.
Absolutely.
But again, urbannerdcon.net. Check us out. We will be in Atlanta. We will be in Atlanta, Georgia. We will have a spectacular time. Last year, you missed it. We had a Stone Cold Groove. That's from Soul Train, by the way. It was a Stone Cold Groove. We had a good time, and we look forward to seeing everybody there. So, Uncle DJ, what you got for us on the way out the door?
Tired.
Okay. How's the new job treating you, man?
It's good. It's very good, actually.
Okay. Good.
So
that's what's up.
Excellent. Uncle Rod, what you got for us going out the door?
You know, it is what we call clinic season in football land. And so a lot of high school coaches from all around the country are going to different places, listening to other high school coaches and college coaches and some pro coaches talk the game of football. So this is kind of like going back to school for a lot of coaches. And this is, a really cool time because you get a chance to kind of see where your program is based on what other guys are doing or what they're not doing. So it's been really fun for me to kind of be able to go to these different places and see people and kind of exchange ideas with them. So I think it's really cool that you still have the opportunity to be a learner, because nobody knows. The minute you think you know everything about football or pretty much like anything else, that's when you pretty much lost. You're done. So it's really cool. It's really cool to learn. What was that, Uncle TJ?
Who knows? What was
Matt
that?
Nagy.
Matt Nagy. Oh, which brings me to my other point. We gave Super Bowl predictions last week.
We did.
And I think I might have been the only one that said the Chiefs was going to win.
No, you weren't.
Congratulations.
No?
Because I won money on the
Chiefs
game.
Going to win too?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what's up.
Congratulations
I was confused.
to both of
I was confusing. I'm sorry. I was confusing the grumpy old nerds with everybody on ESPN. I'm sorry.
Right, exactly. Wait a minute. Not even just the ones on ESPN. On the pre-show, everybody on the damn panel right before the game started, they all picked the Eagles.
They did.
Yeah. So did they pick the Eagles?
Andy Reid, 2 weeks. You give him 2 weeks to prepare.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Man, listen.
It came down to the Eagles had a 10-point lead at half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 24-14.
And Andy Reid went in. He made adjustments, and they came out in the second half on fire. And I agree. Andy Reid knows what he's doing. Andy Reid is a hell of a coach.
He does, and he has a really good offensive coordinator named Eric Bieniemy, who is actually calling the plays.
Yes, get a fucking
who for
job.
some reason cannot get an NFL job.
When it comes to sometimes they just give the MVP to the quarterback just for the hell of it. They're like, okay, he the quarterback, give him the MVP. Patrick Mahomes earned every last little bit of that MVP trophy.
He did. Indeed, he did. Oh, and by the way, the Eagles offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator each ended up getting head coach jobs. One with the Colts and one with the Cardinals.
Bastards.
How long were they coordinators in Philly? 2 seasons?
All I know is that coach with Philly, that rah-rah shit, I'm so happy he lost. I can't tell you.
Why did you why are you happy because he lost?
He's one of those dudes who stand on the sidelines. He's on the sidelines like giving the Bash Brothers thing, to his players and shit. That rah-rah shit. Andy Reid is an old school coach, in my opinion. And that motherfucker in Philadelphia is just, he on that rah-rah shit. I can't handle that shit.
I think he's a good coach. I think he's just young.
I'll tell you one thing.
That's
he
stuff.
he was given a stacked team. He's given a stacked team.
Right. Well, he kind of foreshadowed. There was a little bit of foreshadowing at the beginning of the game because when he was bawling tears during the he was
The
crying his
national
eyes
anthem.
out during the national anthem. Should have known something right there.
Was he crying during "Lift Every Voice and Sing" or the Star Spangled Banner?
No, he was crying. Now, come on, you know he wasn't crying during the Black Anthem. He was crying with Chris Stapleton.
Oh, okay.
Look here, we gonna get off
I
the
didn't
air
see that
before I
part.
say something that's. We gonna get off the air before I say something that's gonna get us banned off the interwebs.
See,
talking about this motherfucker. So, super producer Mel, is there anything going on with the network you want to let us know about? Okay, so thank you for those words of wisdom, Melody. Before I say anything else,
She said
Auntie
lemon
Nicole, Auntie Nicole, Uncle Percy, please get well soon. We look forward to you
Please
joining
get
us.
well soon.
For Uncle DJ, Uncle Rod, super producer Mel, and me, Uncle John, thank you for joining us today for all these shenanigans and hijinks. Join us every Wednesday live, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 Central for Grumpy Old Nerds on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Be sure to check out all archived episodes on the check out all archived episodes on Facebook and YouTube. Good night, everybody. I don't know what the fuck that was.